Gobrahmanya Devaya Gobrahmana Hitaya Cha Jagadhitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. We saw that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu preached Gopi Bhava, the Ahaituki Bhakti, selfless love of the gopis. So there has been always a tug of war, between jnanis and bhaktas. Always these jnanis will turn their nose at the sight of the bhaktas, and the bhaktas feel that what is he saying? Only dry stuff, like that. There has always been a pull going on this way and that way. And Thakur, of course, he has combined it both. He has said Jnana Mishra Bhakti is needed. So he has solved the problem for once and for all. So what does Gopi Bhav mean? What can we learn from the gopis so that we can reach that state? So I have just picked out one stava. It's a very beautiful stava singing Sri Krishna's glories. That says, Atre Kurunam Atha Pandavanam. See, everything starts with Draupadi because she is the example for God's grace. Dushasanena Krita Vakstra Kesha. When Draupadi was brought inside the Sabha, not even a house, like not even a meeting place, a private meeting place, it's a public meeting place. The maximum insult which can be given to a lady. What did she say? Krishna Tadakrosha Dhananya Natha. She knew that there was only one person who could save her from this predicament. And what did she utter? She uttered Govinda Damodara Madhava Iti. So this entire hymn you will find that Govinda Damodara Madhava. This is a Govinda Damodara Stotram by Vilvamanga. So that is what happens. What he says is, take the name of God. What will happen if I take the name of God? Sri Krishna Vishnu, Madhukaita Bhare. So he is Krishna. And let's not just think that he is a human being. He has a lot of power. He has killed asuras, demons. And Bhaktanu Kampin Bhagavan Murare. At the same time, he is very merciful to his devotees. Now this is a very wonderful thing. Like see Mother Kali. One half of her is showing terror, right? She has a sword and a skull. And the other half, she is blessing us, assuring her devotees. That's it. The world is full of bad and good. But if you take refuge in the divine, then you are going to be saved always. Trayasva mam Keshava Lokanatha. Please save me. Govinda Damodara Madhavedi. So this is how she called out to Sri Krishna. So what did gopis do? What did they do? They used to have their cows and they used to milk them, make curds, then makhan, butter. Then they can't eat everything, right? They go to the streets and they will sell it. And Vikretu Kama Kila Gopa Kanya. So like that, a gopi had gone to the market to sell her products. And how did she go? Murari Padarpita Chitta Vritti. Her mind, all her mind were dedicated to Murari, Sri Krishna. See, this is a very wonderful concept. Tomorrow we will be, day after tomorrow we will be discussing this Chitta Vritti, the mind waves. So all her mind waves were concentrated on only one, and that is Krishna. Each and everything, every wave that comes in her mind is full of Krishna. There's nothing but Krishna in her mind. Dadyadikam mohavashad avochad Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. She will never cry out, will you take butter? Will you take dahi? She will only say Govinda Madhava Damodar. And people would come to know, oh, this is a gopi who is coming to sell her products, and they will come out and take. Then Ulukhale Sambrita Tandulamscha Sangattayanto Musalai Pramugdha Gayanti Gopyo Janitanu Raga Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. What they used to do, suppose you see in earlier days, even Holy Mother has done that. They used to separate this paddy, that husk from the rice. So they used to put it in that mortar, and they used to have a stick, iron, not stick, a pole, somewhat like that, and they used to do like that, hit that thing which is paddy inside that hole, and they used to chant the Lord's name. So they are doing their daily works, but their mouth is always chanting the glories of Sri Krishna. And grihe grihe gopavadu samuha. So you know gopis, they were nature loving people. Pratikshanam pinjara sarikanam. They love birds. So they had parrots. Okay, and that parrots they used to keep in cages. And whenever she used to give something to that parrot, she will say, tell. And the parrot also learnt, I should say Govinda Damodara Madhav whenever I am hungry. Then that gopi will come and she will give me something to eat. That is how they had practiced even the birds. So every time the house is full of Sri Krishna's name. And Paryankika Bhajamalam Kumaram. Of course, there are children. Gopis were married, they had their children, and they used to rock them in their cradles. But then also they would say Swara Tala Bandham. You know, gopis used to sing very beautifully. We have heard how they were singing in the Rasa Leela, and Sri Krishna was appreciating their music. So they were very good musicians, very good dancers. So here they are singing the names of the Lord very melodiously and according to tune. There is no tal nahi karta. Everything is to the tune. And Ramanujam Vikshana Keli Lolam. Always their mind is in Sri Krishna. And now we can see the same thing happening in Sri Ramakrishna's life also. Whenever Sri Ramakrishna used to be there, people would flock to him in Kamarpukur. And one lady, somebody asked her, oh, you are here, you have cows in your home, how are you managing? Because if you have an animal at your home, you are going to dedicate a lot of time for it, and cows do demand a lot of time. Then she said that, oh, I heard that Sri Ramakrishna is coming, so I have stocked hay for 1 month. So like that, that's the attraction of the avatara. So Ramanujam Vikshana Keli Lolam Gopi Grihitva Navanita Golam. She takes a butter, she makes a ball out of butter, and she is coming and searching for Rama Anuja, means Balarama Anuja, that is Krishna. And what did she did? She called out to him, do you want this? Like that. Kridantam antar vrajam atmajam smam. So sometimes they are entering the house and they are finding Krishna playing with himself. You know, the Lord is playing with himself. He is playing with suns and moons and the stars and whatnot. Srishti Sthiti Pralay. Khelicho Vishwalay. Virata Shishu Anmani. That's a very beautiful song that says, you are a child. You are playing with the universe. So he plays with the universe. So he is playing with himself, you know. And then Premna Yashoda Prajuhava Krishnam Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. And sometimes he is going out with his friends. Then this gopi, she will come and again she will tempt him. Why are they tempting him? So that the Lord's glance will fall on. Krishna doesn't have anything, you know, anything in the sense he has everything. Mother Yashoda has stacked so many things for him. But still gopis will come and give him this and that. They come from behind and place their hands before his eyes so that his concentration will come to them. So that's what a devotee does. Do anything so that the Lord's glance will come upon her. So Yashoda used to call him with all love, Premna, and a very mischievous child. How can Mother Yashoda handle this child? Okay, she bound him to that hulukal, and with what will she bind? She will bind with that rope with which she binds the cow. But she might have selected a thin rope, not such a thick rope, because she will not have the heart to bind that baby. But then what did he do? Then he was crying. The Lord of Lords. He is appearing that he is afraid of Mother Yashoda. And even that is a beautiful sight. You know, they say when the Lord comes as in the human form, all the devatas, they just gather around to watch his divine play because they cannot see him always. He's too beyond. And it says in the Bhagavata when devatas were too troubled by Kamsa and other asuras, they requested Brahma, and Brahma took them all to the Kshira Sagara where Vishnu was sleeping, but they couldn't see him. He was so high, he was so pure, so subtle for them to see. So they chanted the Purusha Suktam and Narayana Suktam, hymns like that. Then they could see the form of the Lord coming visible before them. So that's the work of these hymns and mantras. Grihe grihe gopavadu kadamba sarve militva samavaya yoge. This is a very important sloka, especially for us. Whenever the gopis used to gather among themselves, punyani namani pathanti nityam, they used to always talk about Krishna. Whenever two persons meet, whenever devotees meet, they will talk about the Lord alone. That's the habit which we must make. That's why when Sri Ramakrishna saw Narendra chatting with Master Marshay, he just came and asked, "What are you speaking about?" They said, "No, today boys are not good." See, that complaint is always there. And what Sri Ramakrishna says, it's better you don't discuss these things. Because wherever he has said, wherever devotees come and talk about him, there he is. He is present. We can't see. But that's the truth. Mandara Mule Vadanabhi Ramam. He's standing. Actually, these are all pictures of meditation. So the gopis are searching for Sri Krishna and they find him standing under a tree. Bimbadare Purita Venunadam. He is having a flute in his hands and he is playing that flute. Go Gopa Gopi Jana Madhya Samstam. And he is surrounded by all his friends. The cows, monkeys, and then Gopis, all of them. That is how he is. The Lord is never alone. He is always with devotees because he also loves devotees. He likes us. So he is there. So, and Utthaya Gopyo Para Ratra Bhage. The moment the gopis got up from sleep at dawn, Smritva Yashoda Sutta Balakelim. Immediately they think of the Sri Krishna, the baby Krishna, all his leelas. Gayanti, Proche Dadi Manthayantyo. So sometimes maybe they are churning the thing or they are doing their daily works. So this is the pattern. Whatever your work you are doing, your mind should be in God. That's what is repeated again and again. And Sukham Shayanam Nilayecha Vishnum Devarshi Mukhya Munaya Prapannaha. Suppose if somebody, he is not well, okay, and he doesn't have the capacity to do a lot of penance, or he can't read, he can't do anything. Like people like us, our class, we can't do anything. In that we excel ourselves. So if such a person, even if he's lying in his bed, say who lies in his bed? Either you're ill or you're too lazy to do anything. Even if such a person thinks of the Lord, he attains the Lord. So that is his grace. He doesn't expect much from you. He is only wanting one thing from you. Smaran Manan. Just remember me. That's what Sri Ramakrishna says, Girish. Can you just remember me? Can you remember me? Then we will be changed. Vihaya nidram arunodayecha vidhaya krityani cha vipramukhya. And what do the sages do? They wake up early in the morning and Vedavasane, after reading the scriptures, Prapathanti Nityam, even they chant the names of the Lord. See, there are many scriptures. The scriptures say that the Lord is of such noble qualities. He has such an attraction that even the sages who are well versed in Vedas, Vedanta, etc., even they are attracted to him. That is his personality. You can't help but become attracted to him. And if you want Sri Krishna, you must first propitiate Radha. Without Radharani, you are not going to get the blessings of Sri Krishna. And how was she? Vrindavane gopa ganascha gopio vilokya govinda viyoga kinnam radham jagu sashru vilochanabhyam. Whenever you see Radha, you find her teary-eyed. Why? She is always remembering Sri Krishna. I remember Thakur's words here. Radha once told her friends, like, you are all crying so much because Sri Krishna is not there, but I never cry. And the answer was, the gopis said, your eyes are filled with viraha agni. The fire is there in your eyes, so the tears just evaporate before it comes out. So that is the level of tanmayata, the absorption which Radha had. Prabhata sanchara gatha nu gavas tad rakshanartam tanayam yashoda. So what was Krishna's work? To take care of the cows. So he used to take them for grazing. When he was little, he used to be given calves. And after he became big, they used to give cows. So that's how they used to train the children in those days. And what Yashoda did was, she touched his head, his chin, so that it will be a protection. You know, when a mother touches a baby, that's the best protection which can ever be given. So she is touching that child and sending him so that he will be safe. Pravala shobha iva dirgha kesha vatambu parnashana puta deha mule tarunam munaya pathanti. And the sages who have done a lot of tapasya, you know, not only sages who are new, don't think Krishna to be someone who has come recently, so that those Brahmins who are reading some books, they are worshipping him. Not like that. For rishis, they have been meditating for ages. Dirgha Kesha means they have jata in their heads, and they are eating only the air. Only air means such is their samyama, such is their vrata, upasana, okay, fasting, etc. And what do they say? Mule tarunam means they are sitting under the tree. They don't have any ashray like that. They don't stay inside a very comfortable. Actually, he's telling that tapasvis, they want to say like this. Even rishis, they take his name. And again, this Gopala, what does he do? You know, he is full of sattvana, so he won't sleep. Now people who are, even Thakur, he never slept. And he will walk around, and when he says mother and Lakshmi Didi, they haven't yet gotten up from their bed, he will put some cold water. Okay, then mother will tell Lakshmi Didi, you just keep quiet. He has no sleep like that. So even in Vrindavan, you know, he didn't have any sleep, but the others used to sleep. So what he used to do was, his friends, they had their tuft, you know, half tuft of hair, he used to tie them up. With what? With the cow's tail. So after they get up from sleep, the cow will go that way and another one will go that way. So these are the mischief which he would do. And they will they keep quiet? They will come and complain, no, to Mother Yashoda, and she will say, Krishna, did you do all these things? Then he will say, Mother, do you believe them? How can you believe them? Maya mene. That's a very... I didn't. And then Sri Krishna also has a complaint against these Gopa Gopis. He will say, do you know what they do to me? You are always hearing complaints about me. Let me complain about. Yes, they pull my hand. My hands are always paining. One gopi pulls me, you come to my home. Another gopi pulls me, you come to my home. And they pull my cheeks. Just look at my cheeks. They are always red. So these are the complaints which Sri Krishna had. And another dhyana drishya, prabhata kale varavalla vaugha gorakshanartam dhrita vetra danda. He has that danda in his hands. There's a very famous temple in Udupi in Karnataka. Okay, and there you find Sri Krishna standing with a stick in his hands. Like, we are his children. Cows are symbolical. So he is having that stick in his hand, and he will see to it that we are walking in the right path. He won't let us go astray. Jalashaye Kaliya Mardanaya. Kaliya Daman is another beautiful scene in Sri Krishna's life. Yada Kadamba the Patan Murarihi. He climbed the Kadamba tree and he jumped inside that water, poisoned waters. And Gopanganas Chakru Shuretya Gopa. And what did his friends went and told, but Krishna is not coming up. He just jumped in and he didn't come up. And he is a very, he was the leader. So whatever step he will take, nobody will protest, nobody can protest, and nobody did protest. He was the only one leader. And then they are seeing that he's not coming up because there's a fight going on underneath, under the water. And they ran and gave the message to Nanda Baba, Yashodama and other gopis. And they came running. And when they couldn't see their beloved Krishna, and they thought, see, this is the beauty of the Lord, He prefers places where he's loved as an ordinary person. He doesn't much like those places where he's treated as a royal. Even celebrities, sometimes they come and say, let me be myself. They like people like that. He wants to be with us. So when the gopis saw that he's not coming up, they fainted there. That was the love which they had. But then, of course, they found him on top of the Kaliya. Sarovare Kaliya Nagabaddam Shishum Yashoda Tanayam Nishamya Chakrulur. This is again the same thing. The Gopabala, they will do anything. They are praying to the God to save the God, praying to himself to save himself. That's the extent of love and affection which they had for him. It's a long stotra, but I won't say all those things. Jihve rasajne madhura priyatvam. Now the sage is addressing his own tongue. There may be people who like spicy items, but here he is telling, look tongue, you like to take sweet things. You like to hear sweet things, you like to taste sweet things. Let me tell you a very good thing for you. Satyam hitam tvam paramam vadami. I am going to tell you the truth, and that is going to benefit you a lot. Samsara tapatraya nasha bijam. And this is a seed that will destroy your samsara. What is that? The name of God. Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. And do you know what power this name has? Antarjale Graha Grihita Pado. This is another thing which we all know, the Gajendra Moksha. When the elephant entered, the elephant used to pluck some lotus flowers and offer it to the Lord every day. It was his routine. And there was a crocodile which caught hold of his leg, and crocodiles become very powerful in water. And Visrishti, and this one is unable to free himself from that crocodile. Tada Gajendro Nitaram Jagada. So it just trumpeted and said, my Lord. Then also he says Govinda Damodara Madhaveti, and it says that Narayana came in Garuda and he killed that crocodile. Actually, both were devotees, but both were fighter devotees. So he both had this animal forms and he gave them mukti. Durvasaso Bhakyam Upetya Krishna. You know that when she was in the forest and Sri Krishna came and even took her Eto, Juta. Okay. So that's the thing. The Lord will go to any extent to save his devotees. He will go to any extent. Like they say that Sri Krishna vowed not to take weapons in the Mahabharata war. And Bhishma wanted to see him in the warrior form. So that's how he meditated on Sri Krishna. And he said, I will make Krishna take a weapon. And it so happened that he went on killing everyone. And Arjuna was, my Pitamaha, my grandsire, etc. Soft. He was not, he was not properly fighting. So what Krishna did, he got very angry and he said, I will just finish off everything today. You be like this, I am going and I'm finishing Bhishma. And he took that Sudarshana Chakra and he went. So that's how Bhishma wanted to see him. So then Arjuna came and held his leg, and said that, please do not break your promise. I will fight properly. Please come back. But this thing happened because Bhishma wanted to see Sri Krishna like that. When Sri Krishna doesn't bother about his promise, he wants to fulfill the devotee's promise. That's the way he treats us. Samsara kupe patitodya ghate mohanda purne vishayabhitapte. I have fallen inside a well, samsara kupa, a deep well. Okay. And mohanda purne, it's so dark. I'm filled with delusion. What's the delusion? I think this world is real. I think whomever I'm moving with, they are eternal people. Not eternal, but they are going to be always with me. I have certain delusions in my head. Vishayabhi tapte. And I have been heated up by Vishaya, by thinking of material things. I have been entirely heated up. Who will save me? Somebody should give their hand. Karabalambam mama dehi Vishnu. Please give your hand. Please pull me up. This is what we are seeing, that the repeated prayers, please lift me up from wherever I am. See, this prayer is there. Holy Mother says, the tendency of water is to go down, but the sun's rays pick it up to the sky. So like that, human mind, the nature of human mind is to go down, but God's grace and prayer, it lifts us up. Gopala Vamshidhara Rupa Sindhu. It's so beautiful to look at. Lokesha Narayana Dina Bandhu. And he saves those who are pitiable. Those who have nobody, God is there for them. Once someone said, I just don't remember. I think it's most probably Golapma, because she was a widow and she lost her only daughter like that, and she came and told Sri Ramakrishna that I have nobody, I have no one in the world. And Thakur danced with joy. He said, those who don't have anybody, God is there for them. So this is the words uttered by God himself. So let us trust that there is somebody is there for me. Jikve Sadaipam Bhaja Sundarani. Why don't you utter the beautiful name of the Lord? Namani Krishnasya Manoharani. It's a very beautiful name, There are some names which you don't like to say. But this name is not like that. It's very beautiful to say. And what does that name do? Samasta Bhaktarti Vinashanani. Devotees have so much of afflictions. It will destroy everything. So take his name. Govinda Govinda Hare Murare. Govinda Govinda Mukunda Krishna. See, he's not satisfied with just uttering his word once. Utter it again and again and again. Govinda Govinda Rathanga Pani. Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. The next sloka, I like that sloka very much, Sukhavasane Tvidameva Saram. After I finish enjoying everything, I find that the true joy comes from the Lord alone. Dukkhavasane Tvidameva Geyam. Whenever I am in sorrow, again I find that it is by repeating his name that I am saved out of this afflictions. Dehavasane Tvidameva Japyam. And when I am about to leave this body, that is the only name which is going to save me. Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. So see, wherever we are not suicidal cases, right? Because Shankara has clearly told who is a suicidal person. One who has closed the door of spirituality for him. That's a suicidal person. But it is also a truth. We have been looking that this world is a traveling rest house. This is not our permanent place. However likable it might be, but this is not a permanent place, and I am going to vacate this place one day or other. So why am I not being prepared for that day? We are intelligent people. We have been making fixed deposits for everything. I have a medical insurance. I'm thinking that I should have a home. I should have, see, as soon as a child is born, parents are thinking, okay, if he wants to get some higher education, let me put some money for him. So we are investing in each and every department, but our next life, okay? So why are you cannot carry anything there. So what are you going to carry? You are going to carry your karma fal, okay? And you are going to carry the Lord's name with you. So invest in that, invest for future. Just because the future is not visible, it doesn't, you should prepare for it more. You should always prepare for uncertainties more. So prepare for your future, think of his name. Sri Krishna Radhavara Gokulesha. He is the king of Gokula and he is the lord of Radha. Gopala Govardhana Natha Vishnu. He is my lord. Say such words. And Jihve Pibasva Amrita Meta Deva. My tongue, say these nectar like words. Say these. Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. Pranesha. That should be the Lord to us. If you remove a fish from water, it will die. So God should be like that to me. If I don't think of him, I will die. How will I die? I will die spiritually. That's how people are dying, but they are not aware of it. But let me be aware of it, that he should be my central force. Whatever I will do, I will go round and round him. That should be our tendency. Vishwambara, he's everywhere. It's not that I should go only to that temple and then only I can call him. Not like that. I can call him from anywhere. Kaita Bhare, Vaikuntha Narayana Chakrapane. Just see, today Sri Chaitanya was telling he has infinite names and every name has the same power. So any name will save you. It's not that only if you say that particular name you will be saved. Not like that. Any name you take, you will get the same results. You will get joy. You will get peace. Okay, so that's what he says. Jihve pibasva amrita meta deva. Drink this nectar like words. Say Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Natha Narayana Vasudeva. So again and again they are telling these names. Jihve pibasva amrita meta deva. Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. Our scriptures keep on repeating things because it should go within. No, that's what the teachers say. Read again and again and again so that it goes deeply within you. That's why these repetitions are there, so that it enters our brain and soul. And the last sloka says, Vaktum samarthopi na vakti kaschid aho jananam vyasanabhi mukhyam. Even though such a nectar like word is available, unfortunately not all take advantage of that. Okay, so this is what the Govinda Damodara Madhava Stotra says. And